Hey there, folks. Welcome to Sports Night. It's Sunday in the fall, so you know we got to kick things off on the gridiron with the Silver and Black, who have been rolling under interim coach Antonio Pierce, winners of 2 straight, and trying to officially make it a streak in Miami against the Dolphins. But you know Miami brings in one of the toughest offenses in the league, headlined by that man right there, Tyreek Hill, so it was not going to be easy. With that in mind, we'll kick things off with a little defense. First drive of the game for the Dolphins. Tua takes off, and Luke Masterson takes it away from him, and Epps scoops it up, so the Raiders offense is back in business. But a penalty put them behind the sticks, so they'd settle for a Carlson field goal to take the early 3-0 lead. On the next drive, though, a different story. Raiders extend it with a holding call, and Tyreek Hill makes them pay. Does what he does there over the middle, and you know he has got the juice, going 38 yards for the score, and it's 7-3 Fins. But the Raiders got a guy named Devontae Adams, and he clapped back, said, "I got your crossing route right here," and the Raiders jump back in front off of the 46-yard bomb to DA. Now, you know Miami's got an offense, though, so they work their way back into the goal line, but the Raiders pushed them to 4th down. They're going for it here, and check this out. Nate Hobbs, look at the read here, slams the door shut on the quick screen, giving Vegas the ball back with just under 10 to go in the first half. That's a nice play, but the offense did nada with it, so Miami got it back, drove right back down there, and Tua hit Ahmed on the slant for the score to give the Fish the 14-10 lead. Then in the second half, it's 14-13, but Tua got greedy, trying to go deep to Waddle, and Palomalu comes down with it. The defense's 3rd forced turnover of the game. They were definitely balling today, but the Raiders offense was squandering that Herculean effort by the guys on D. Multiple 3-and-outs in a 1-point game, and this pick here from Aiden, oy vey. But they kept getting chances thanks to the defense. It's 4th down. Gotta have it. But Christian Wilkins said, "Not today." Getting the pressure, and Aiden throws up a prayer on his way that's answered by Jalen Phillips. Now they would get another shot with a shot to tie it. Still down 7, 32 seconds to play. Aiden lets it rip for Trey Tucker, but Jalen Ramsey shows why he is that dude. What a play on the ball, and that will do it in Miami. The defense played well enough to win. The offense just not there today. 20-13 in favor of the Dolphins.
Did a good job. A lot of movement up front. A little bit of different looks here and there. Not much, but just enough to throw us off. And then we were behind the sticks. We're behind the sticks, and that made it difficult. We'll get back to it. We'll go to the drawing boards and get got to get JJ going. The first 2 wins, 25+ touches, 14, whatever it was, not good enough.
I'm learning how hard the NFL is and how hard it is to win, and just kudos to our defense. Just played so well in the second half, kept us in the game with it. I think they scored 6 points in the second half, and obviously I don't think we scored. So our defense did an awesome job keeping us in the game. It's really going to come down to our offense and watching the film to just be better all around, and it starts with me.
Aiden's he's a young quarterback. He's his 4th start, so we believe in him fully. He made a lot of really good plays. There's probably some plays that he wants back. I know he's super critical, and that's what you want. Guys that are always wanting more, and we believe in him 1,000%.
It's definitely frustrating, but it's to the point where we got to keep our heads up in these situations. I mean, it's a good football team. The defense played great. We got to do a better job of helping them out. A lot of stops against a very electric offense, and today was more of, I would say, our mistakes. Beating ourselves up a little bit. Good defense again, but we just got to do a better job of making it easier on the team by taking care of our part and play complimentary football.
All right, we'll see if they can do it against Kansas City a week from today. In the meantime, we got to dive back into the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I know it started with a bit of a hiccup, but the race itself was one for the books. So here's a look at all the sights and sounds from a night to remember down there on the Strip.
We're back in Vegas, 15,029 days since we last raced here, and it's lights out and away we go. Charles Leclerc gets away well, but Verstappen's coming at him, everybody, and it's going to be a bit tight going into the first corner. Leclerc is run wide, and also Verstappen run wide, and there's a spin around. It's Fernando Alonso, and I think that's Lewis Hamilton there that made contact with the Aston Martin, but Verstappen leads from Charles Leclerc. Then comes the Mercedes of George Russell.
Decent enough getaway initially from Charles Leclerc, but he glances in the mirror, realizes he has to go defensive, and he's at the mercy of the line that Max takes.
This needs to be addressed now. He wasn't in front at the apex and he pushed me wide, so he needs to give that position back.
So they're giving a 5-second time penalty for Verstappen forcing another driver off the track.
See the speed at which Leclerc is gaining on Verstappen as they rise over that crest. Charles Leclerc has retaken the lead, and he only held the lead very briefly at the start of this race when the lights went out. Charles Leclerc on lap 16 is once again the race leader. Down at Planet Hollywood, is this going to be a blockbusting move for Sergio Perez as they come towards turn 14? Perez goes down the inside, kicks up a load of dust. He's got the inside line, he's got the overtake, he's got the lead of the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Going to the inside, I was going to say if he's going to take a risk, there's a chance. I think Perez might have been caught by surprise. Another change of lead in Las Vegas. Gasly has George Russell right behind him. Off the road goes Charles Leclerc at turn 12.
He's been brave on the brakes, but on this occasion, just a bit wide on turn-in.
This is the last real corner on the racetrack. It's flat to the floor by the time that you get out of 14, 15 and 16. Charles Leclerc's going for it to the inside. Has he got the car slowed down? What a move, Charles Leclerc. Absolutely brilliant. At the last real chance that he had to make the pass. Checo tries to fight back. What a performance from the top three. Max Verstappen puts his name up in lights once again, and it's very close to the line. But it's Charles Leclerc who takes second place with a bold and brilliant move at the last real opportunity on the last lap. It's 18 Grand Prix victories for the season for Max Verstappen, who wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
In the hard, I think we had a lot more pace in the car, so that was definitely very positive. So I could already see that there we were more competitive, but the gap was quite big. Yeah, then of course with the safety car we came in again. Of course at that time I had a damaged front wing, so I had to cope with that as well. So definitely lost a bit of downforce with that. But it was all drivable, so we opted to keep it on. And then to the end it was fun, like we were pushing flat out, to the end.
Today I didn't leave anything on the table. I honestly maximized absolutely everything. Maybe the start, but then we got unlucky with the safety car. It was only 5 laps after we had boxed, which is the worst moment really for the tires, because you start to warm them up and then you cool them down, and then it's very difficult to restart the tires and to rewarm them. And then we struggled for the second half of the race, which is a shame. But on the other hand, I mean, as much as I'm very tough with myself whenever I do a mistake, I'm also I recognize when I do a good job myself, and today honestly was a really, really good race, and I'm really happy.
Well, hey, the Knights, they too were really happy to be back in action after dropping their game in Philly yesterday afternoon. Looking for some get back against the Pens. Now we'll pick it up in the first. After a Knights turnover, it turns into a mad scramble down low, and Graves wrangles it in for the goal, putting the Pens on top early. And we wouldn't see another one until midway through the second. This time some action behind the net. Hill looking back there, but Jari's got it, and the Penguins got a 2-0 lead. And much like the Raiders, the VGK had their chances, but could not cash in. Just couldn't beat the goalie, and they get blanked 3-0 in the final after the empty netter by Pittsburgh.
We had chances, we just didn't finish any of them, and a couple weird bounces the other way. They get a couple, fortunate goals, and it's never easy to chase a game. We had some chances. Obviously, power play can't score, so didn't score. That was frustrating.
They really played great. They had a lot of great saves. We just didn't have an answer for it, and they're a good team over there. They a lot of experience, and you get those bounces when you have that experience, and you just kind of they create a lot of stuff. So I think to shut a team like that out is pretty tough.